Enemy Invaders by Polydoros. Introduction. The Invader Next Door. Just imagine creatures the size of your fingernail, stowaways with shells stuck aboard freighters. They left the waters of Europe and Asia. These creatures sailed the high seas all the way to the United States. This was a pretty big adventure for tiny mollusks called zebra mussels. But this voyage turned out to be more than just a little vacation. These tiny pirates crossed the Atlantic Ocean. They entered the locks of the St. Lawrence Seaway and invaded the Great Lakes in 1988. They found their way all over the United States. The zebra mussel invaded the Mississippi and Missouri rivers and the Gulf of Mexico. The few multiplied into masses. They encrusted themselves onto anything solid in the water, such as rocks, boat hulls, or pilings. Over 500,000 mussels could pack into a 3-foot square. They filled water intake pipes and clogged filtration systems. It costs the United States more than $300 million a year to clean them up. But this invasion hurt more than our wallets. Each little zebra mussel can filter up to a liter of water a day, sucking in all the phytoplankton that other animals need to survive. Scientists say zebra mussels could drive out almost all the native freshwater mussels in these rivers and lakes. How can such a tiny creature change and destroy an entire ecosystem? Alien species are any species that are accidentally or purposely introduced into another ecosystem. Most alien species either die or settle into their new community without any harm. But invasive species can cause harm to the economy or to the environment. These plants and animals can prey on native wildlife and compete for their resources. They can spread disease to both native creatures and people. Invasive species can damage trade, agriculture, and the resources used for activities like boating, fishing, or hiking. Enemy invaders can also change the soil, land, and availability of light and water. Invasive species are difficult to eliminate. More than 300 invasive species have been introduced into the United States. We spend billions of dollars trying to get rid of them. Next to the loss of habitat, these invasive species are the second biggest environmental problem around the globe. But we started the problem. Because people travel and trade all over the world, invasive species can move around more easily. Many non-native species, like apples and wheat, have helped us survive and live well. People brought domestic animals, such as pigs, goats, dogs, and cats, to the United States for food or as pets. But some of these animals became wild. Some preyed on native species, which lost their habitat, food, and water sources. This led to many endangered or extinct species. Many non-native animals were released into different environments as predators. In Hawaii, the mongoose was released to control rats, but it didn't work. Ecosystems are in trouble. Invasive species like rats and mice can hitchhike in ballast tanks and shipping containers. Damaging insects like the emerald ash borer can be tucked in with flowers, timber, grain, or fruit. Bit by bit, these biological invasions are helping to make the world's ecosystems alike. Habitats everywhere are turning into the same weedy plant and animal habitat. The change happens slowly. So slowly, in fact, that sometimes we don't even realize that our own backyard habitat has changed. The biggest challenge is to balance our borderless planet without destroying our unique ecosystems. Governments and agencies across the planet have pulled together to battle these alien invaders. They've used quarantines, surveillance teams, and ecosystem restoration. Experts focus on detecting the problem early and responding quickly. But scientific and technological solutions are not enough. This is a human problem caused by global trading and economic activity. But we are the consumers, and we can change the frequency of these invasions. How will we lead our lives? What choices will we make as we travel?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?